History remembers Leonardo da Vinci as the quintessential Renaissance artist, a master who defined his era with paint and brush. But his private notebooks tell a different story. In the margins of his sketches, he drafted engineering schematics for robotics and calculated the laws of gravitational acceleration centuries before they were officially discovered. His insights were so far ahead of his time that modern researchers have looked for extreme explanations, ranging from time travel portals to ancient extraterrestrial contact. Beyond his physical inventions, he left behind a system of encrypted codes hidden in his art, and a grave that remains stubbornly empty. Leonardo's legacy functions as a deliberate puzzle, seemingly designed for a future generation to decipher. According to historical records, Leonardo was buried in 1519 at the Chapel of Saint-Hubert in France. However, the site was heavily damaged during the French Revolution. Graves were destroyed, and remains of those buried there were scattered across the grounds. Decades later, a collection of bones was found and labeled as likely belonging to Leonardo. But 500 years after his death, we still have no conclusive DNA evidence to prove those remains are his. This leaves us with two possibilities. Either the chaos of history simply lost track of his body, or the disappearance was intentional. For a man who spent his life obsessed with secret codes and concealment, the fact that he has no verifiable resting place is a mystery that matches his character. While his body is gone, his mind is preserved in his codices and paintings, and much of that work is heavily encrypted. Modern researchers looking at the Last Supper have discovered data mapped directly into the physical layout of the scene. By treating the table like a musical staff, investigators traced the apostles' hands and the pieces of bread. Together, they form musical notes. The result is a 40-second requiem, a somber hymn that only produces a harmonically correct melody when read backwards, matching Leonardo's mirror writing technique. Other researchers have extracted the date, March 21, 2006, from the geometric proportions of the archway above Christ's head, pointing to an astronomical marker he tracked throughout his life. His most famous work, the Mona Lisa, contains an even more microscopic secret. Hidden inside the right pupil are the letters LV. To paint at this scale requires 20x magnification, technology that would not be developed for another 5 centuries. These letters and backward-reading codes suggest Leonardo was intentionally bypassing his contemporaries, leaving messages specifically for a society equipped to find them. Beyond his art, Leonardo maintained a career as a military engineer, designing war machines for the most powerful rulers in Europe. One of his blueprints shows a massive armored tank, featuring sloped armor designed to deflect incoming cannon fire. But the design contains a strange flaw. The front and rear wheels are geared in opposite directions, rendering the machine immobile. It is unclear if this was a rare mistake or if a man who designed biomechanically correct joints purposefully sabotaged his own weapon. In 1495, he took his engineering even further with a blueprint for a mechanical knight, effectively the world's first humanoid robot. This machine relied on advanced biomechanical principles that Leonardo derived from his secret, illegal dissections of human bodies. These were not random sketches, but fully realized technologies held on paper until an era arrived that was capable of building them. The empty tomb and the encrypted codices suggest a singular goal. Leonardo obscured his physical remains to focus history on his surviving ideas. His use of mirror writing, microscopic details, and flawed geometries ensured the full scope of his work would remain out of reach for his time. He was speaking directly to us today, relying on future tools like computer modeling and advanced optics to translate his work. Even today, the ongoing process of translating his thousands of surviving pages continues, heavily fueled by the power of modern technology. It raises the question, what other secrets are sitting in his untranslated pages, simply waiting for the next technological breakthrough to reveal them?